Are you a parent who's looking for ways to start your own business? Do you want to be able to work from home and spend more time with your family? Then this is the podcast for you. My name is Pam, and I'm the host of the Caribou Mom podcast. In this show, I share tips and tricks on how to start your own business from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the business for a while, there's something here for everyone. So come join me as we chat about entrepreneurship, family life, and everything in between. All right, first episode. So here we go with the Caribou Mom podcast, and I'm just going to talk and introduce myself because I don't have a guest on my first episode. If you've never met me before, my name is Pam. I live in the Caribou region of British Columbia. I've only lived here since April of 2022, but I'm still going to call myself the Caribou Mom because I love it here. I love living in British Columbia, and I love living in the forest. I live here with my two kids who are homeschooled, my husband who's an electrician, and I am an entrepreneur. I have a web design business, and I've been an entrepreneur for 9+ years, dabbling in different kinds of businesses. I've done farmers markets and Christmas craft fairs, and always trying to earn an extra income for my family, always trying to enable myself to be able to stay home more with my kids and still somehow pay the bills. And so I totally get how you're feeling if you're in that boat, if you're a parent, if you're wishing you had the ability to earn more income without having to sacrifice your family time and time with kids. I believe you can have both. I believe that you can build a valuable and high earning income from home and still be able to spend time with your family. In fact, I think the dream is to fully automate your business so it's running in the background, growing passive income for you so that you're spending more time with your family while your income is increasing. Wouldn't that be nice? But let's start with the basics. So the kinds of things we're going to learn on this podcast are really ways to get a business up and running. What are the skills you need to be successful? How do you market it? How do you find people? How do you actually make money without being a sleazeball? And how do you find a way to grow an income by building a business that you love? You don't want to just be selling crap that you don't care about to people who don't need it. That's not how we build a business. You want to build a business that is based around your values, based around serving people and helping your community, while also taking care of your family. And wouldn't it be nice if you enjoyed what you were doing so much that it didn't feel like work? That's sort of what we're going after here. And what I've found is that if I focus on helping other people grow their business, that's really where my heart is. And my skill set is really set around marketing, digital marketing specifically, building websites, branding, messaging, effective social media strategy, business strategy, and things of that nature. I love talking about it. I could talk about it all day long. I do talk about it all day long. Who am I kidding? And I like helping other people figure out their business, troubleshoot it. So if you go on my website, it's pamlazon.com. I am offering free business assessments. You basically put in your website, your social media, and if you've already got something up and running, I'll have a look at it. And just give you my honest thoughts. No strings attached. Just here's what I would do if I were you. And you can take it or leave it. It's up to you. But why not get fresh set of eyes on what you're doing? And if you are at the stage where you're learning, if you want to get a business started, you can follow me on Patreon. The link for that is going to be in the show notes for this podcast as well. But you can follow me on Patreon and get those step-by-step tutorials. It's really the best place for me to work with people and coach them in a group setting. So it saves you money by getting group coaching, and you get really a lot of hands-on help from me if you don't have the skill set that you feel you need to grow a business. If you're not good at tech, that's really where I can help you best. So let's dive in today. I'm going to start with something really simple, and because I'm really catering to parents, I'm going to try and keep my shows fairly short and sweet, because who has time? Who has time? I don't have time to record lengthy podcast episodes, and I don't have time to listen to them. There's nothing worse than getting to a blog and having to read somebody's life story before they get to the point, or watching a video and they just go on and on before they actually say what the video is about. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now, isn't it? So let's cut to the chase. I want to talk about where do you start? So if you have already kind of been dabbling in a business, or if you don't even have a clue what business to pursue, we can always start back at the first place. And the first place to start is, who are you here to serve? And you aren't really going to know who you're here to serve until you figure out who you are. So spending some time in self-reflection, asking yourself, what do I care most about? Where are my top values? What am I most passionate about? What can I speak for 20 minutes on with no notice? If I handed you a microphone right now, you could give me a 20-minute speech on a certain subject because you are passionate about it. And you might have multiple subjects, but write them all down. Just get them all down on paper and really look at the things that get you charged up, the things that you love to talk about, the things that you know about. And you might already have an area of expertise. Maybe you have a specific skill that you can talk about, that you can teach people about. But for some people, they don't really know what they're good at. So let's look at what you're passionate about and start from there. And then you really want to look at, who do you want to work with? Who do you want to help? So looking at what you're passionate about and looking at who needs that, right? So who could benefit from that, or who do you want to work with? So if you just love working with other parents, if you love working with young moms, usually who we end up working with is an earlier version of ourselves, somebody who's at an earlier stage from us, because you've overcome something in your life. You've gone from A to B, and you can help somebody else do the same. So that can be another way to look at it. Like, what's an earlier stage of me? If I could go back in time, how would I help myself earlier in my life? And then when you know who it is you want to serve, I want you to start just writing down notes about this person. And it's kind of like being a spy. You might actually know someone in your life who fits this category. So say I'm looking at young moms, moms that are maybe moms to be, pregnant with their first baby, or they just have one little baby at home already, and they're feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, and you really want to help them maybe with mental health. Maybe you've been through a lot of postpartum issues and you learned a lot about how to overcome postpartum depression. That's huge, right? Mental health issues are massive right now. So how can you help this person? So really make a list of what's going on in this person's life. What's going on in their home life? What are they frustrated about? What makes their life hard? What do they need the most? What would make an immediate difference in their life today? What do they want 5 years from now? And just get really specific. Okay, and it doesn't matter if these things seem like they connect or not. Maybe they need a housekeeper. Maybe they need help with time management. Maybe they can't get any sleep. Maybe their marriage needs support. Like, you can just write down all of the things that could be going on for that person, and write down all the things that could help them. And that's really important. Once you get a really clear handle on what's going on in that person's life, all about them, what they need the most, then you want to start making a list of feeling words. So how are they feeling right now? Are they feeling lost, hopeless, despair, anger, frustration? There's so many good feeling words you could pull on. But what are they feeling now, and how do they want to feel? Or how will they feel when those issues are no longer a part of their life, when they have overcome those problems that they're having? How will they feel? Relieved, excited, joy, empowered? And you can get a good bank of those words, and those are really going to be the key words that you're going to be building your brand around. It's going to be the key words that you are going to use when speaking to your audience. It's going to make your marketing so much more effective if you can use those keywords that are going to draw in your ideal customer or client. That's really what you want. You don't want to just bring in anyone to your business. You want to bring in the right people, the people who get what you're about, the people who are interested in what you're doing, and that are going to be all in, right? You don't want people to come in who are going to be like, this is stupid, I don't want to do this. You don't want people who come in who need to be convinced. We want the right people, and you have those people out there. They do exist, people who are going to be interested in what you have to offer. So it's really just catering a brand that's going to represent you to the world, and then draw in the right people for your business. So if you go through those exercises and really just get very clear on who you are and what you're about, who it is you're here to serve and what they need, and then get a list of those really strong feeling words. From there, you can start to build a brand, or imagine what you've already been doing. Reimagine your existing brand or your existing business to make your messaging so much more effective, because clear messaging and clear branding is what's going to make the difference for you and your website, on your advertising, on your social media posts, on everything you do. Is going to bring in those right people for you, and you're going to see way more results when you do those simple exercises, just making those simple changes and taking the time to get specific. Get very, very specific and clear. And that can be a process. I know people that have gone through this over and over and over, this process of getting clarity. And I've gone through this so many times where I feel like this is going to be what my business is about. No, that didn't really work. That didn't really fit. Maybe it's going to be this instead, and trying different things and trying different wordings. And how can you tweak until you get the right fit? But it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it, because when you make those changes and when you do the work and put the time in and you start looking at what's working and modifying until it is working, then suddenly you have a business that is growing, that is reaching the right people, that's making an impact, and that you find fulfilling. And there's lots of ways you can earn money. If you're like, well, how do I earn money doing this? Well, there's lots of ways, isn't there? You can sell physical products. You can sell via just growing an online audience with a blog. Maybe you do courses. Maybe you do affiliate marketing. There's lots of ways that you can build income around your branding. But you have to start with what you're passionate about and who you're here to serve, because nothing else is going to work if you don't take the time to complete those steps. So I'm going to leave you with that, with my first episode, and I hope that wasn't too long. I feel like I kept it pretty short and sweet for Pam. It can be kind of long-winded, and we're going to come back in the next few weeks and really look at some of the next steps you can take to building your business, and what are some things that are going to make a huge impact for you. How do you get started with a website? How do you get started selling products or with affiliate marketing or social media? What platforms are best? And if you have things that you want to learn about, if you have questions, you can reach out to me at hello@pamelazon.com, and make sure that you subscribe and follow all the things, all my social things. And thanks for listening, and I will talk to you next time.